Before we get into today's video, I'm actually gonna start a new series where we're gonna build the biggest outdoor dirt jump park in Sweden. I wanted to show you guys the new drop that we had on yescld.co. Obviously, you guys know that I released my new brand like a month ago, but we want to keep everything fresh and do a couple drops throughout the year. A couple of things are gonna fall off, so when you purchase something, there's a big chance that you won't be able to purchase it again. So that's kind of like, I like the idea of having it fresh and new lines all the time. But this t-shirt, as you can see here, is the new riding club t-shirt. We're obviously gonna keep the original because everyone loved the original. So we're obviously as well gonna add a new long sleeve tee. This is such a like thin and nice material, and I wanted to have it in the same colors as the t-shirt. So I figured, why not make two different colors of a long sleeve tee? Another thing people asked for was hats. So I actually added a new hat, Sunday Riding Club hat. And it's a dad hat. I like them like kind of vintage looking, like the dad hat fits my head really well. A new riding club sweatshirt, but with like the green print on it, boxy, oversized fit, obviously in different colors as well. They kind of like, I like the idea of having just a white and black model because we ran a couple different colors on the last drop. Then this is the newest addition to the line, and actually like a full new model of the hoodie. It's a boxy fit hoodie, so it's basically the same fit as the sweatshirt, but in a hoodie version. This is an XL though. I like them really big and oversized, so I always ordered one size too big. This one comes in gray with a white print on it, because I feel like that's a cool little detail as well. And then obviously white and black as well, like that. And yeah, that's it. T-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts. I actually added a tote bag as well if anyone wants to look fly on the way to school and stuff. So yeah, but anyways, we're gonna get into that new project that we're gonna start with episode 1 today. So me and William got a new project. The thing we did in Heby when we built the skate park seemed to be quite popular, and now we're here and we're gonna build an outdoor park. We're down south in Sweden. We got a couple machines here ready for us to play with, and we actually do have 1,000 cubic square meters. No, something like that. It's a shit ton of dirt at least. The dirt is really formable. I know it's quite weird that I'm standing here and being all excited about dirt, but this is what we get excited about. Yeah. So this project came along during the process of building Heby, and we were obviously excited. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm a professional bike rider, but I seem to like building stuff, and now I'm in working gear. I don't really know. It's just William who got me into this, and I don't really know. I'm gonna be mostly in the excavators doing stuff. We're gonna be here Monday to Thursday for a couple of weeks and do 12-hour days, 14-hour days, and just bang this out. We're gonna make this whole plot into a dirt jump park, and we're gonna mix wooden kickers with dirt landings and just make the best possible bike park with this time that we have here. We're also gonna build a really cool wooden structure on top of this container here. They got a massive one sent out here, and then we just leveled it out yesterday, and now we're gonna build a huge wood structure with 2 different roll-ins that goes in here. We're gonna have a bigger set of dirt jumps that are kind of like the ones at my compound at home, and then we're gonna have a smaller version if you want to do some smaller tricks and stuff. We're gonna do a bunch of lines. I don't know how much we're gonna film, but I just wanted to fill you guys in and show you guys what we're gonna do for the next few weeks. We did spend 12 hours here yesterday digging a lot, so the plot didn't really look like this to begin with, but we put a lot of hours and we moved a lot of dirt in these small machines here. And as you can see in the background here, speaking of machine, William was in the excavator for what, an hour yesterday, and then this little guy decided to snap off. These things are really heavy. Yeah, so we have a mechanic that is coming out here. They had to send a new one out, so William can get back into destroying again. It's just good because William is really good at the wood stuff, and I feel like I got the upper hand on the dirt stuff, so I feel like I can bully him for this, because he is going to bully me with the wood, that's for sure. So my knee is still quite bad, but it's a lot better. You see, I can I have motion, I can walk and stuff, but in some angles it feels like I just do that. But I don't, you know, like, or I could if you want. Yeah, we're gonna walk up here so you guys get a better view of how everything looks. What we did on the first day is that we kind of like, if you look at that line down there, you can see where we kind of started, and then we put out a lot of dirt here. So we want this to be moved out a little bit so we can build a wooden structure that goes down onto it, two different ones, one from halfway up and one from up here, and we're gonna build a huge deck up here. It's gonna be nice with like a couple of benches and a nice staircase from here. Everyone knows that William is really good at doing the staircase stuff. You guys saw in the Hebe episodes, he got a lot of comments for that. So yeah, the Hebe build series was really appreciated, I think. A lot of people liked it, so I feel like maybe we'll film a couple building projects. I don't even know what I'm doing here, as I said, but we know what we're doing, like with the build stuff, but me in physical form here in the middle of the season, I don't know. Might not be the best idea, but I also have a severe condition of not being able to sit still during the days. This is gonna be like a nice hangout area. They're gonna do like a fireplace, a couple benches, a pergola and stuff like that. Is it called pergola in English?
I don't know.
We're gonna call it pergola. And then you can see all the dirt that we have to work with all the way there. During the winter, they actually even out the whole surface and put 1.5 meter of down gradient throughout the whole surface, which is really good for building jumps, because if it was a flat surface we would have to be really good at pumping and stuff, and we're not. In the background here you can see that they have a huge pump track and stuff, and yeah, I guess this is a great addition to build a cool slopestyle compound. There's not really that many public slopestyle compounds, so I feel like this is a really cool thing for Swedish mountain biking. Alright, so William is gonna have to help me out with a couple of terms, but since he snapped the excavator yesterday, he had to do a couple wood things. We got a delivery yesterday with some really nice plywood. This is what you put on trailers, like in the back of it. It's like really sticky, and it's nice for outdoor purposes when it comes to like grip and stuff for the tires. This is birch ply, right?
Yeah.
So it's really fine birch ply, covered in this texture, and then also like waterproofed and outdoor proofed, I'd say.
Yeah.
So it's gonna hold on for a long time, because if you just put normal plywood on that and paint it, that usually never really lasts. That's what I did at the compound at home, and we have to change it every second year. But when I was in the excavator all day long yesterday, he drilled holes in this whole thing, and then he also uses this to like, yeah, this is something we don't know what the word is in English, and we're not gonna Google it because it makes it more real if we don't Google it. You basically just sink down the screws, so the screw heads goes down, because it's a really like hard surface plywood, and yeah, so the screws are gonna be simultaneously like smooth and like faded in, which nice with the plywood yeah. Screw. And we're not messing around. This is what we're gonna use for the pillars on the kickers. We're gonna build like 6 wooden kickers to begin with. And then we're gonna see how much time, budget and jumps we have left to build. Maybe we'll build more. We're gonna have to get some extra help here, I think. We're gonna rent in Tobbe Youngmo, which is an absolute lunatic on a bicycle, but he's also really good at like working. Just give him a shovel and he's gonna be on it for 14 hours.
Until he breaks.
Until he breaks off in half, yeah. So he's gonna be here with us. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, you also cut up all of these. Bored as he was yesterday, he had to do this because you snapped the excavator again. So while I've been at it with the digger doing a bunch of stuff, William's been playing with crates the children use on streets. He mounted the measuring tape here as a point. Oh, I messed it up now, sorry William. That's gonna create a possibility to create a couple radiuses. So this will be for the big kicker, where the first one in the big line is gonna be 250 centimeter tall, so not the biggest, but then also like quite a decent size. That's kind of what I have in my mid set at home at my compound. William have actually figured out a way to do progressive radiuses, and he's been building a bunch of kickers like that lately, and it's gonna be cool to see how it feels and how it's gonna turn out. But I'm sure that it's gonna be great, because the other kickers that he's been building are pristine and perfect.
We're
This will be the first radius that has been cut out for this project. So that is the bottom part of a 230 centimeter tall, hey, kicker. Since we don't have the excavator today, I'm gonna do my best and try to shape this with the wheel loader. We'll see how it ends up, but I'm gonna do my best. Because we do kind of have a deadline today. We need to have this finished, because tomorrow we're building the rest of the ramps. So I kind of want this to be shaped and somewhat close to being finished. We're still gonna do a hand smacking process of the whole surface. Probably put a top layer on as well, but just make the form and kind of make everything a little bit compact. It's still frozen in the ground, so it's still kind of soft. But yeah. I don't think the sound works in here, but if it does, cool. Got nothing to say anyway, so I don't know why it would be cool, but I need a bit more dirt up here. I don't know, it might not look much because of the ice that is melting in the ground. It's kind of like soft and gooey still, even though I compacted it so many times. We wanted to just make this surface here a lot wider, because then we're gonna have that cross section that comes down there, and then there's gonna be a platform that goes out here and then into this as well. So this is gonna be a roll-in area. There's gonna be like a bit of a hub here where you can stand, and then we're gonna add a bit of a fly-out deck here. So we're gonna do like a bit of a, yeah, just a tiny bit of a landing there, and we're gonna come down and make a kicker up there as well. So you're gonna be able to like lap all the way there, and then turn around and then come back here with the line this way, and then jump up here, and then you're here with your friends again. I just need to get into the digger as soon as that one's fixed and just make everything look really nice and pretty. It might be that we need to make this a bit steeper, but we'll get to that when I'm in the digger. In the meantime, William finished up this. So this is a 230 kicker, and that's going to be the second kicker in the main line. And then he also started on doing this. Is this the one that is going to be 250 tall? So yeah, that's the upper piece of that. It's going to be like a really cool looking kicker. So they're going to stand up together with these. And these are like really massive pillars. So I think that's going to be really sick when everything comes together. So I kind of came to realization that it's not really optimal right now to shape this, because it's a bit too gooey. So we're gonna leave it now. It needs to cook in the sun for a couple days, and then I can do the final touch. We need to make it steeper, we need to make it more fine. Obviously it's gonna be perfect, the whole thing is gonna look like concrete. It's gonna be one big landing for two different lines, so that's gonna be a huge one. This is where the kicker is gonna start, and then this line here is where I'm gonna start piling up a couple stones. There's a couple huge stones here that I'm gonna try to pick out, but I have such a small machine, but we'll see whatever I can pick up. Use that as a base. It also is quite good as well when it rains, to just have a bunch of stones in the bottom. So yeah, we're gonna try to pick all these guys out and put them there in a straight line. Alright, so I didn't really mean to do this much and start stacking this much on the landing. I've been in the machine for like 8 hours or something now straight since I started stacking stones underneath here. But yeah, it was a lot of turns. It's really, really wide, and yeah, as I said, 8 hours of stacking that little guy only gives you this much. But it's actually quite a lot of dirt. I still need to like put a lot more on the sides and stuff and make the foundation proper, hard packed and bigger. But yeah, I tried to like make it really compact and nice on the backside here. It's probably like 2.5 meters tall as of now. It needs to be probably 3.5 or something like that, and it needs to be a bit more mellow there, so like when it rains it doesn't just fall together. We're gonna build a tabletop line on the side there, so there's gonna be two wooden kicker lines there, and then a tabletop one on the side here with a couple hips and stuff. But yeah, this whole area here, from where I'm standing, this whole surface here was like this wall here, just dirt everywhere, and we put all of that there and here. Mechanic didn't show up, so still broken. Gonna fix that in the morning, hopefully. All right, so while I was at it in there, William's been cutting up every single radius for, is it 4 full kickers?
Yeah.
Yes, 4 kickers. And then he also milled down the sides and made it really nice and rounded edges. And then now he's pre-drilling all of the beam holes. And then I guess he's gonna sink the screw holes on these as well, to use some proper screws and stuff. That is some proper quality. And then I think also he's gonna paint these black on the sides to make it even more waterproof than it already is, right?
What?
Yeah, I'm just talking in the background here so you get no sort of calmness in your working. And now I put a camera interface that you hate to, yeah, no. I'd say that it's been a productive day. We're still not finished yet. We got 1 more hour left on the shift. And then after that, same thing tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Although tomorrow we're actually gonna try to like do all the kickers, put them here really nice. I don't know if it's in this video or if it's in the next one. I'm just filming a bunch. And the reason I'm filming more than usual is that I'm trying out this thing with an editor now. So I have an Australian editor called Jack. This is actually the first video he's gonna edit from scratch. I'm quite excited about that. That means that I have more time to create content, actually put it out for you guys, because usually back in the days I put a lot more effort and time into just getting videos online, but now I just don't have that time really, since I'm doing a million other things all the time. No pressure, Jack, but everyone should leave a comment down below what they think about Jack's style. But yeah, 1 more hour in this guy, and then I'm done for the day. Yeah, that's it for tonight. Good night.